Sudah angkat.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
Kelebihan efeknya kamu.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Better's like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Musuhin sa kota eh.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Kasih ribut.
Why are you taking the bearer's side, Victor? Are you one too?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
Lumayan dalamnya.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil.
Dia nggak apa-apa
And
sih.
they will thank you not to get involved.
Cuma dapat tukang besi baru.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why do they always have to make such a
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Kan dapat kom Lubor, travel ke Lubor dan.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
Apa ini?
Some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor,
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it.
Ini.
To yourself be
Bener,
true, that
bener.
was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone.
Ini menjadi villain dia ini.
Again.
Trust me, little ones, it is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
how could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it,
Satu
Victor.
kota udah chaos ini.
It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe... Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Langsung mau cabut nih.
Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to go with him.
Why didn't he tell us?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
Ngamuk sekotanya. Trading place.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get.
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Pasti biasa jadi ngawal.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but
No buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
Gagal kebeli bearernya.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one... She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... Is this what she really wants? You're right. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part. So I bid you farewell, and you go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
Aku
All right. To Randalar, then. Better not keep Eloise waiting. This is no time to ride. What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Not here.
nahi.
Let's go.
Google doang buat apaan? Ini juga nih.
Straight home now.
Penasaran kok kamu ini.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is... They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Biar dibawa ke seberang laut aja.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But he was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack.
Yo,
A pack
bacanya
of beasts
itu
have
kan.
come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Gue suruh jalan lagi kagak? Nggak ada fitur apa lagi? Oh ada. Kawan dan cat keduanya.
Faster.
Sorry ya.
Back to the stables go. Where's Theodore?
upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But the whole...
Just have to pray he makes it out in one...
I can do better than that.
Oh, bisa bawa. Cukup bawa.
Run like the wind. Where are you, Theo?
Sabar nih, berurusan ini. Kerucuk-kerucuk. Buset, lama banget.
It's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This is about to be easy.
ungu.
It's over.
Easy, easy.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Udah berubah dia jadi.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Ah. Hilang. Jadi debu ini. Ini sih yang gua nggak expect seru, malah seru ternyata.
Thank you, Clive. think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo.
Tragis bener lagi katanya.
I know Theo wanted me to move on. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do. Ensuring that goods, people, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have. And to Theo's. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you.
Thank you, Claire. Let's go on together then.
Crimson Obo. Nah. Ay, dapat papan Obo nih.
I've never seen Miss L cry before. Is Theo really gone then? He's never coming back.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world.
Berarti undying ya.
The bearer of the burning quill is within.
The greater number of our order live among the masses, hidden in plain sight. Even here in Tabor, our brothers and sisters pose as common folk. If any should reveal themselves to you, identity secret.
Ai fix Assassin's Creed punya nih.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number.
Would that be possible?
Of course. As perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet. I was due to visit my colleagues there, if you would consent.
All right. I'll go and meet with...
They will be most... Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey.
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing.
Oh, lo sini. Langsung kiri.
Fly, Ambrosia. Time to fight.
Buka tadi ngalar kan. Kejar gua mungkin ada dan sekarang belum doang. Oh, bukan ini. Oh iya, super. Oh enggak deh.
You deserve a rest.
itu. Hilang mati semua warganya.
Oh no.
Oh, itu doang deh anjing.
You'll pay for this. May still be survivors.
Mati semua kambing orang.
Whatever that thing is, say it's their leader. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. Firebird's flame burn ever.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey, I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings to the bearer of the burning.
Oh, nabusok sini. Gledek. Masih early.
Ah, here.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you forth.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided had the others not chosen to complete their work instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril, but allow me to offer you a word of it. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. Our faith in his grace, and we of the Undying, will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix,
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
Sia-sia gitu. Apa yang Isek. Ini siapa ya, gue lupa nih. Yang brodelnya toh ya.
There were ghosts at the gates, not Daisy.
Those things I said before about
so many were injured.
Sabi ini.
Oh, my wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrek. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke, no. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. But
who could blame them?
Clive, would you opt for your services to Northreach? You have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind. Well?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Tell me then, in the garrison.
Overseeing the
All right. I may have met this duke before, at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's heartening to see that the Guard have rediscovered their purpose. I just hope they don't do anything stupid. We've lost enough.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told...
An empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
Sabine.
A citizen's revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Dukes. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Oh. As long as you remain, the veil will see to your needs.
You needn't fret. There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows of.
A question. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself
Don't get me started.
to him. If he thinks his name and his chains, our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
What was it? Is you know, when I started playing the controller, I was like, it was like.
Why?
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the...
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'll be straight through that checkpoint Tarbuck.
Lanjut. Ini jalannya cuma satu doang ya. Mau bikin jalan sampai sini. Di sini.
Soldiers too craven to fight.
The dame certainly has a way with the men of the garrison. If only all our problems could be solved so easily.
Why, your stall is as...
I've been hearing...
Nothing. Going around acting like he owns them. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she...
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Sod off.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
I got peppers to numb your tongue.
Soldering.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your...
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like... They volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad. He's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. Other have to make way for those who do. Well, that's just how it goes.
You're the one who's... On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. But that's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children.
I left everything. As long as you remain, the Veil will see to your needs.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, it's eminent. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Philip, no, bentar itu.
Captain.
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about that. Do you intend to go along with this plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love. Well, gee, thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that.
Ah, were you able to speak?
I was.
So Northreach is to be... Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thrall, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinion. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their order, and not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of protecting. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return. But I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand with you to lead us, milady. I reckon it was you who finally convinced there's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a... I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in...
Not at all. Be my...
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for North, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. In the stubborn, but I suspect I shall have to call upon. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Oke, aku bakal jadi ini.
Despite my repeated advances. Conquest.
We've got a few rooms going spare, eh? Want a bed for the night?